Welcome to Dave's Daily Crypto Take. Today is Tuesday, September 28th, 2021. Let's take a look at today's charts. At number one, we got BTC at $42,552.36, down 3.47%. Ethereum at number two, $2,949.73, down 5.58%. Cardano at number three, $2.16, down 3.67%. Tether at number four, $1. Number five, Binance Coin, $339.33, down 4.13%. XRP, number six, 93 cents, down 3.52%. Solana, number seven, $137.33, down 1.69%. USD coin, number eight, $1. Polkadot, number nine, $28.05, down 5.75%. And last, number 10, Dogecoin, 20 cents, down 2.69%. Let's take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. When investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for correction. So today we got extreme fear at 25. Yesterday was fear at 26. Last week was fear at 27. And last month was greed at 72. Let's take a look at the 5 articles up for today. We got El Salvador buys the dip, now owns 700 Bitcoins worth over $31.5 million. Article 2, 7 best cryptos to buy during altcoin season. Article 3, Bitcoin is cratering again, what investors should keep in mind. Article 4, for Ethereum, the only way from here is up, but there is a catch. And article number 5, is Colombian NFT artist receives warning from Instagram over the sale of cocaine NFTs. All right, so before we get into the articles, I just want to say welcome to Dave's Daily Crypto Take. Thank you again. If you're listening to the podcast, you can catch me on Apple, Spotify, or Google Podcasts. And if you're on the YouTube space, please like, share, and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. So again, thank you so much, and let's get to it. Article number 1. El Salvador buys the dip, now owns 700 Bitcoins worth over $31.5 million. El Salvador continues to capitalize on Bitcoin market opportunities. So much so, the silver lining in the cryptocurrency's price retracement has been the current country's president Nayib Bukele's buying the dip. As BTC's price fell below $46,000 on Monday morning, Bukele announced on Twitter that El Salvador had bought the dip, adding 150 Bitcoins onto the country's holdings, priced at over $6.75 million at press time. This brought the Central American government's tally to a total of 700 Bitcoins, valuing well over $31.5 million. Along with the announcement, Bukele also shared some presidential advice on Twitter. He said, "They can never beat you if you buy the dips." Presidential advice. This was not the first time the country has made the most out of a price fallback, as it had also bought the dip on the day BTC became legal tender in the country and a flash crash sent it below $43,000. El Salvador initially had 400 Bitcoins at the time of becoming the first country to officially adopt Bitcoin as a national currency. By capitalizing on 2 dips in the past 2 weeks, it has effectively raised its holdings to 700 while buying at lower prices. While El Salvador's adoption of the King coin is one of for the history books, it didn't sit quite well with many global financial leaders and the country's own citizens. While protests and marches have been taking place for well over a month now, some have resorted to burning ATMs and damaging property. Adding to that, credit rating agency Standard & Poor's Global said that the adoption has immediate negative implications for the country's credit rating. Along with that, it could also hinder the country's prospects of securing a $1 billion loan from the International Monetary Fund, which has also criticized the move on several occasions. If that wasn't enough, a complaint about the government's Bitcoin purchases and construction of kiosks for cryptocurrency ATMs will be investigated by El Salvador's Court of Accounts, which oversees its public resources. The complaint has been filed by regional human rights and transparency organization, Cristoso, and the authorization process for the purchase of Bitcoins. So there you guys have it. El Salvador buys the dip, now owns 700 Bitcoins worth over $31.5 million. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Article number 2, 7 best cryptos to buy during altcoin season. I've been on the sidelines with cryptocurrencies, but it's an asset class that is fascinating for many reasons. For many crypto investors, the conversation about the best cryptos begins and ends with Bitcoin. However, it's becoming increasingly apparent that Bitcoin does not need to be your digital currency of choice. That's because there's been a massive wave of altcoins that have entered the cryptocurrency market. Altcoins are loosely defined as any coin that is not Bitcoin. Based on that definition, Ethereum is the most well-known altcoin, but there are now dozens of other altcoins competing for attention, and some of these may be considered the best cryptos for speculative investors. For a long time, the price of altcoins had a strong correlation to the price of Bitcoin, but that has started to change. This may be a sign of a maturing market. Altcoins are typically created to solve specific issues that Bitcoin leaves unresolved. However, in a free market, investors are free to vote with their dollars, in the case they're digital dollars. And in that regard, some altcoins are now looking more useful over time. With that in mind, here are the 7 of the best cryptos that you may want to consider. Number 1, Cardano, Neo, Litecoin, Binance Coin, Stellar Lumens, Polkadot, Chainlink. I didn't include Ethereum on this list of best cryptos, but that's not because it doesn't belong. However, with only room for 7 of these, I didn't want to take up a spot with the altcoin that many investors have already formed a strong opinion about. And that brings me to Cardano, which many crypto analysts view as a hedge against Ethereum. One thing I liked about Cardano when it first launched was that it's proof of stake coin. This set it apart from almost all other altcoins at that time. While this will not always be an advantage, it did give Cardano a first mover advantage as it tried to separate itself from Ethereum. Cardano is launching its network in 5 phases. The network will not officially launch until all 5 phases are complete. It's a methodological approach that may frustrate some investors. However, ensuring it can be right and may not be first would appear to be a solid approach. Cardano is a proof of stake coin that uses the Ouroboros algorithm. 2. Neo. Speaking of POS coins that serve as a hedge against Ethereum, we have Neo. Neo is the native currency of the Neo blockchain. It is frequently referred to as the Chinese Ethereum. That's because the Neo blockchain enables smart contracts, and the sheer size of the Chinese market offers investors a reasonable assurance that Neo will find a space among the best cryptos. However, investors should be looking at Neo as a hedge against Ethereum. Neo is slightly less decentralized than Ethereum. That's because the network relies on fewer than 10 nodes to make up its decision making. The total supply of Neo is limited to 200 million. Approximately 165 million have already been distributed. This means that the value of Neo should rise as demand increases. A recent catalyst for the cryptocurrency is the blockchain's launch of the N3 mainnet. Neo's price shot up over 150% after the launch. And even though there's been some correction since that time, Neo looks like a solid option for crypto investors. 3. Litecoin. Litecoin has surged in 2021 because it looks like a strong candidate to address one of the strongest obstacles to cryptocurrency adoption. The cryptocurrency offers faster block hashing times and lower transaction fees than Bitcoin. This has many analysts believing Litecoin could be an altcoin that achieves retail adoption. So you can imagine how excited investors got to hear that Walmart would begin to accept Litecoin as a method of payment. There was only one problem. The story was falsified. There's no indication that Litecoin has anything to do with the deception, so I imagine that any sell-off in the altcoin will be short-lived. That means investors are likely to focus on the reasons they like Litecoin to begin with. And the company is also giving investors another catalyst with its participation in the growing non-fungible token market. 4. Binance Coin. Binance Coin is another Ethereum rival. The company recently launched the Binance Smart Chain, BSC, which is clearly breaking up the monopoly Ethereum enjoyed with the dApp and DeFi communities. Like Cardano and Neo, Binance is a utility token. So the value of the coin is tied to its utility and how much demand there is for that utility. In fact, part of the bullish case for Binance is that unlike some utility tokens, there are many use cases for the BNB token, with more being developed on a regular basis. In theory, this means that there will be increased demand for the altcoin, which will increase its price. Binance Coin is the fifth largest cryptocurrency with a market capitalization of $73 million. It's also showing an impressive amount of liquidity, which is being combined with high trade volume. 5. Stellar Lumens. Stellar Lumens strikes me as one of the more compelling altcoins because of its use case in facilitating cross-border transactions. As I wrote in January, Stellar's decentralized network allows users to create a digital representation of virtually any currency and then send or trade it across a single network. In theory, this will allow coders and web developers to build functions like currency exchanging and trading systems directly into the sites and apps they develop. It's a cousin of sorts to Ripple. However, whereas Ripple targets banks, XLM is used primarily, although not exclusively, by individuals and small businesses. Stellar Lumens illustrates the bullish and bearish case for altcoins. In this case, the coin has a specific use case, but that use case generated 4.3 million accounts at the last time I looked. Since the Lumens, which is the altcoin for the Stellar network, has no value in and of itself, the value of the altcoin will come from the value of the Stellar network. The scarcity of the coin will also help add to its value. 6. Polkadot. Earlier this year, I don't think I would have put Polkadot on this list, but the DOT token has become the 9th largest cryptocurrency by market cap. A key reason for this was the successful launch of the company's first parachain earlier this year. The Polkadot parachain can handle as many as 1 million transactions per second. Polkadot is an ecosystem of connected blockchains. The central chain provides security for the entire network, while the sidechains, which are called parachains, make the Polkadot network more scalable. Some would even say the network is more scalable than Ethereum. Parachains will also allow developers to build bridges that allow parachains to connect to external networks. Think Ethereum or Bitcoin blockchains. A key benefit of parachains will be the ability to create a smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain, but the contract could simultaneously interact with a blockchain that is designed for different information. Both transactions could be managed in parallel. 7. Chainlink. Last on this list of best cryptos in Chainlink, which may seem like a grizzled veteran. Having been launched in 2017, like many altcoins on this list, Chainlink is primarily used for smart contract applications. Chainlink is known as a crypto oracle that uses data from the outside world to confirm aspects of a smart contract. For example, if a contract is supposed to make a payment when certain conditions are met, Chainlink is used to confirm the conditions were met. This may not seem like a big deal, but it is. This is one aspect of the blockchain that is making it popular in the DeFi sector. As Alex Sirois wrote, blockchains don't allow data to be gathered from outside their chain or for data to be sent off their chain. Chainlink provides a potential solution for both of those issues that will likely buy enough to keep interest in Link strong. So there you guys have it, the 7 best cryptos to buy during altcoin season. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think about the 7 of these. Do you hold some or do you plan to buy some in the future? All right, article number 3. Bitcoin is cratering again. What investors should keep in mind. Bitcoin's trademark volatility is again rearing its head, showing investors the risk they're signing up for when they put money into the cryptocurrency. The digital coin cratered as much as 10% on Monday amid a global market decline. Bitcoin was last down nearly 8%, hovering around a price of $43,800 per coin, according to data from Coinmetrics. The rest of the cryptocurrency market was also in a slump, with Ether falling more than 9% to about $3,046 per coin. The extreme swings up and down are relatively common for cryptocurrencies, and investors can expect them to continue in the future. The only thing I can expect for sure is volatility, said David Yermak, a professor of finance at New York University Stern School of Business. From day one, this has been a risky investment for people. Bitcoin has seen both astronomical growth over the last decade and major sell-offs at various points in between. Although many bulls point to its past performance as a sign that the cryptocurrency will continue to surge in the future, that might not happen, according to Yermak. It's a purely speculative asset, he said, adding that while Bitcoin has grown in popularity, it's still not considered a mainstream investment, meaning that many have little information about the asset. You should never invest in anything that you don't understand, said Yermak. Only invest into what you're willing to lose. Still, investing in cryptocurrencies has become increasingly popular, especially because of how easy it is to buy into them. Even some financial advisors are beginning to see the digital assets as tools for building personal wealth. Because cryptocurrencies are risky assets, however, financial experts generally advise that people looking to invest in Bitcoin allocate a small amount of their portfolio that they'd be okay with losing entirely to the asset. People should only invest really what they're willing to lose, said Daniel Polotsky, co-founder and chief advisor of CoinFlip, one of the largest Bitcoin ATM companies in the US. He added that people near retirement, those who will need the money they're investing near term, or people who are looking to trade frequently to make a profit may want to reconsider Bitcoin as an asset for those goals. Maybe there are more opportunities to make money because it's so volatile, but it can get very addicting very quickly to start trading back and forth, he said. And most of the people that do that lose money. People should only invest really what they're willing to lose. So buy for the long term. If you're going to assign part of your portfolio to a speculative asset like Bitcoin, take a disciplined approach and impose rules for buying and selling, said David Sacco, an economics professor at the University of New Haven. You can get experience and not blow yourself up in the process, he said. One way to protect yourself from selling at a loss is to commit to holding the asset long term. Similar to other stocks and bonds in your investment portfolio, throw some money into it and kind of let it stay in there and season for a while, said Anjali Jarwala, a certified financial planner and CPA and founder of Fit Advisors in Torrance, California. Just so you're not making decisions every time there's a fluctuation in price, which at this point happens every few days. So, what do you guys think about this? Bitcoin is cratering again. What investors should keep in mind? Comment down below and let me know what you think people should keep in mind. What are some tips and advice you have? All right. Before we get into the next round of articles, I just want to take the time to say thank you so much to all my supporters. I've been seeing the messages and the direct messages, also the comments. And thank you so much for all the suggestions and all of the love. If you can catch me on the podcast, please leave a rating or review on the Apple, Spotify, or Google podcast. It does help me out. And if you're in the YouTube space, comment, share, and like and subscribe if you can. Thank you so much. All right. Article number 4. For Ethereum, the only way from here is up, but there is a catch. Ethereum, along with the rest of the market, is bleeding today. The fall witnessed today is catching up to the fall witnessed on September 7, when Ethereum dropped by 12.69%. Usually, the price of ETH decides the investor's profitability and losses. Thus, when the price goes up, it saves them from any losses. However, as it appears, this time, ETH investors will be the ones to save Ethereum. Ethereum goes down. While most of the market is registering a price fall today, Ethereum has been seeing a fall for almost 5 days now. Since September 16, the second biggest cryptocurrency fell by 18.79% at the time of this report. This price fall could have been triggered by the formation of a market top as ETH's total supply in profit hit 97% on September 15. This was followed by a series of long liquidations in which $243.8 million worth of ETH were liquidated, including today alone when $192 million was liquidated. So what about investors? The price fall observed today resulted in investors slowing down and hodling their ETH further. The biggest support, however, came from midterm hodlers whose holdings reached a 5-year high of 32.6 million ETH. The interesting thing to notice here was that over 2 million addresses lost their profitability in the last 5 days. Even then, their hodling continues as of today. However, there was some selling seen in the market coming from short-term traders. These investors barely held the coin for a month. However, as they exit, new investors have been taking their place. This was visible from the non-zero addresses reaching an all-time high of 62 million. Because of the earlier price fall, Ethereum's RSI is already in the bearish zone, so the only way for the price from here will be up, hopefully. But ETH's investors will be a huge help in preventing any major price drop by not dumping their holdings. So, what do you guys think about this? For Ethereum, the only way from here is up, but there is a catch. Comment down below and let me know if you're hodling ETH or not, and if you think we're gonna rebound from this price fall. All right, let's take a look at our main topic today. It is Colombian NFT artist receives warning from Instagram over the sale of cocaine NFTs. Whoa, crazy. NFTs have grown so much that they have become one of the leading known forms of selling art online. The ease of minting these NFTs has given rise to people selling pictures of anything. People have sold NFTs ranging from crappy pictures of rocks to an Instagram influencer actually selling her love as an NFT. For $250,000, even kids have jumped on the NFT trend, like in the case of a 12-year-old Benjamin Ahmed, who made six figures selling an NFT series he created called Weird Whales. At this point, it seems there is no limit to what can be sold on the internet as NFTs. And now a Colombian artist known as Camilo Restrepo has shown that there's truly no limit to what can be minted and sold as NFTs. Selling NFT of cocaine. Medellin-based Restrepo on June 17th started minting and selling NFTs of cocaine. The NFTs were 3D images of right rectangles which are sold as part of NFTA series, which was the artist titled A Ton of Coke. The white rectangles represented 1 kilo cocaine packages, which the hard drugs are usually sold in, and buyers get to own the NFTs of these cocaine packs. Restrepo minted about 1,000 of these NFTs, which were meant to be sold as part of the same series. The artist had planned to post on social media for every bag of NFT cocaine that he sold, but Restrepo soon found that this biggest problem was going to be marketing, specifically marketing his art on social media platforms. Every time the artist posted a sale of an NFT on platforms like Twitter, Restrepo would find that the post was soon after taken down of his account shut down. This happened after the artist had his account reported after posting the sale of cocaine NFT. Moving to Instagram, the artist ran into pretty much the same problem with the image-dominated social media platform. Already, Restrepo has had 2 of his cocaine NFT posts taken down, with a warning that in event of a third post being taken down, his account would be shut down and deleted forever, thus making marketing for the artiste on social media basically impossible. Talking to Input Mag, the artist said of the Instagram warning, "I guess the algorithm doesn't get the difference between crypto cocaine and the real thing." Money laundering? Well, it has now long been believed that the wide popularity of NFTs has to do with their use as a mode of money laundering. Cryptocurrencies have been associated with the sale of illegal drugs, and thus Colombian banks have blocked ways of obtaining cryptocurrencies in the countries. Although the artist found a workaround by having the Ethereum paid for in his NFTs returned back to his buyers, who would then in turn send Colombian pesos to his bank account as payment for the cryptocurrencies. Last month, a popular crypto analyst who goes by Mr. Whale drew attention to the use of NFTs for money laundering. The analyst explained that rich people were only using NFTs to move their ill-gotten money through a channel that cleaned it up and made it look legal. Mr. Whale compared the process to the same way money is laundered through physical art. And given the quality of the art being sold for millions of dollars as NFTs, it is not that hard to see where the analyst is coming from. So there you guys have it. Interesting take. Colombian NFT artist receives warning from Instagram over the sale of cocaine NFTs. All right. Well, let's take a look at the prices before we head out. Number one is BTC, $42,528. Ethereum, $2,947. Cardano, $2.16. Tether, $1. Binance Coin, $339. XRP, 93 cents. Solana, $136. USD coin, $1. Polkadot, $27. And last, Dogecoin, 20 cents. So there you guys have it. Thank you so much for making it this far into the podcast and YouTube video. Again, this is Dave's Daily Crypto Take. Please help me out by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And catch me on the Apple, Spotify, or Google podcast and leave a rating and review. Until then, have a great crypto day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.